So in the last movie, I showed you how to get started with the HTML5 video tag. So we have our video here embedded in our page. We have our two different codecs to make sure we can reach all the different browsers. And you remember that we're able to add the built-in video controls just by putting in this controls keyword. But let's say that we wanted to either create our own video controls or we wanted to programmatically control this video element from JavaScript. So what I'm going to do is to put in an ID on this video tag. I'm just going to give it an ID of vid. And up in our JavaScript, I'm going to create a global variable here. And I'm also going to call it vid. And then in our init function, I'm going to get a reference to that element. So I'm going to use document.getElement by ID. And I want to get that vid element. Okay, so let's say that now I wanted to control this with JavaScript. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come under my video tag in the HTML. I'll just put in a line break, and then I'll put in a button element. And I'm going to make this button trigger a JavaScript function. So I'm going to listen for the onClick event. I'm going to have it call a function called clicked. And then for the text, I'm going to say skip 2 seconds. So essentially when I click on this button, I'm actually going to seek ahead 2 seconds in the video stream. So I'm not going to create that function. Clicked. So remember that I have a reference to this video object now in JavaScript. So what I want to do is to essentially set the current time property of the video element. And you can look at all the available properties. If you go again to that Mozilla documentation site, it will give you all of the available ones. But I'm going to say vid.currentTime, and this is the time in seconds. And I'm just going to add 2 to that. So essentially going to move the video stream ahead by 2 seconds. So let's go over to Chrome and refresh here. Now you'll notice that the video initially is not playing. So what I want to do is to actually click on the video to make it play. And then when I click again, it's going to pause it. So it's essentially going to create a pause toggle effect. So what I need to do is to actually listen to the onClick event on the video object itself. So I'm going to respond to onClick, and I'm going to have it call a function called pause toggle. And I'm going to come up here and create that. So function pause toggle. Now what I can do is to test whether the video is actually currently paused or not. And this is using another property of that video object. I can say if vid.paused, and this is going to give me a Boolean value whether it's paused or not. If it is, then let's play the video. If it's not, let's pause the video, like that. So I'm going to go back to Chrome and refresh. And you can see when I click down on the video, it's actually making it play. When I click again, it's re-pausing the video. And now if I click the skip 2 seconds ahead button, you can see that when I do that, the video is still paused, but I'm able to skip ahead in the stream by 2 seconds. And if I actually refresh and start it again, you can see I'm actually kind of fast forwarding through the video using that skip 2 seconds ahead button. So again, all of this is very easy to control with JavaScript. And if you've done any work in Flash with the NetStream object, where you have all these methods on the NetStream for playing, pausing, getting the current time, it's a very, very similar workflow to do that same type of thing with HTML5 video.